Your full name, please. Mr. Stewart, I am seeing you this evening because you have a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court. It looks like for an old DUI, I think from 2016. I do see that you're being held on a probation violation for your Superior Court felony probation. I'm not seeing you on that tonight. You're going to be seen separately in Superior Court on that, I would guess sometime in the next week or so. So as to this DUI warrant, I'm going to order that you be held on a $500 cash or secured bond. If you post that bond and if your hold is lifted on your probation case, I'm ordering that you do not drive without a valid driver's license, that you possess no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to appoint Anna Dennis to represent you in Justice Court, and your hearing is going to be on tomorrow. The 22nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. You understand, sir? What's that?
You said on my DUI, I got a court hearing tomorrow.
Correct.
Is that with the judge or?
That'll be with the judge.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're
And Your Honor,
in
can you
Pima
verify if
County.
there are Spanish speakers?
Yes. No Spanish speakers at the jail, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
All right. You're excused. Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Bye-bye. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
It's Elias Young.
Mr. Young, I'm seeing you this evening on a charge of domestic violence for preventing the use of a telephone. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
My lawyers in Texas said that I was
So, pretrial services did speak with your wife, who's the alleged victim, and I'm getting a lot of background noise from the jail.
Sorry about that, Judge.
Thank you. So pretrial services spoke with your wife, and she said that she does not object to your release and that you're welcome to return home. I'm going to order that you be released on your promise to appear in court. I'm ordering that you commit no further acts of domestic violence, and you need to be in Pima County Justice Court on February 20th at 10:30 in the morning, or a warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand? Oh, you're muted. Hold on.
Sorry.
No.
Will I get something that has that court date?
Yes, you'll get paperwork before you go.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I understand.
All right. Your excuse, sir.
Down the toilet on that one. Next. What do you think this young lady did?
Hi, can I get your full name?
Jessica Morales.
Ms. Morales, I am seeing you this evening on a number of different matters. You've got new charges of domestic violence, interfering with judicial proceedings,
Hit some switches.
trespass,
Nubby nub.
and another charge of interfering with judicial proceedings, and 2 counts of disorderly conduct. Again, those are all domestic violence offenses. Those are new. I do see that you just recently, like less than a week ago, were taken off of probation unsuccessfully.
Yeah, I think that's because of the balance I owe. She said that until the $420 was paid off, it would be unsuccessful.
Okay.
Damn, that's a setup right there. That's
But I
all
finished
bad.
the classes and everything, so.
Arizona. Tucson, Arizona, Pima County. That is correct, Little Vic. And
Well,
welcome,
given all of
everybody.
these new charges, I'm going to order that you be held on a $500 cash or secured bond.
For
I'm
sure.
ordering that you possess no alcohol or illegal drugs, that you commit no acts of domestic violence. I'm ordering that you have no contact of any kind with your mother. Don't go to her residence, and don't contact her on
Anna?
the phone or any other way. I'm going to appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. And I will enter pleas of not guilty for you at this time. and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction,
What
you
up,
could lose your right
hotness?
to a direct appeal. If
Valeria.
you're still in custody, you're going to have a hearing on January 31st at 1:45. If you were to post that bond, you would need to get to Tucson City Court on February 24th at 10 o'clock in the morning, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes. Now, how can I pay the bond myself here in the jail?
Yeah, you're going to have to talk to the jail about how to do that.
Mercs.
Okay.
Okay?
Welcome.
All
And
right.
you said February 24th if I bond out?
If you bond out February 24th at 10 o'clock, you're going to get paperwork with that information on it.
Okay.
All right, but make sure you stay away from your mom's place, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused.
Next. Hey, so if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button. Also, sharing is caring. So if you could go ahead and share this with your loved ones, even if you don't love them, send it on through. And what do you think this gentleman right here did to end up in?
Hey, sir, can I
Jail.
get your full name?
Robert Robinson.
Mr. Robinson, I am seeing you this evening because you've got several warrants out of Tucson City Court
CS en vivo.
for, you've got a case
Lagging?
from 2019 for disorderly conduct, and then one from 2022 that's a domestic violence case, and one from 2023 that's a domestic violence case. It looks like Judge Million issued a warrant at the beginning of January because you had not appeared in court and you hadn't spoken with your attorney. And so she asked that a warrant be issued and that you be held on a $2,500 bond. So I am going to order that you be held on a $2,500 cash or secured bond. If you were to post that bond, I'm ordering that you commit no acts of domestic violence, that you have no contact of any kind with Monet Drew, that you not go to her residence or contact her in any other way. I will appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. If you're still in custody, you'll have a video review hearing on January 29th at 1:30 with Judge Million. If you were to post your bond, you would need to get to that hearing on January 29th at 1:30 with Judge Million, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir. I mean, ma'am.
All right. I saw you. You're good. You're excused, sir.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? And for anybody that's wondering, this is live. This is live and direct from Tucson, Arizona. This would be Pima County.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Yes, Your Honor. David Lujan Terrazas.
Mr. Terrazas, I am seeing you this evening on charges of domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty for you at this time and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. So, sir, pretrial services
DV.
did speak with the alleged victim, Lorraine. She does not object to your release from custody, but she does not want to have contact with you. So I am going to order that you be released on your promise to appear in court. I'm ordering that you commit no acts of domestic violence, and I'm ordering that you have no contact at this time with Lorraine. It looks like she's got an active order of protection against you anyways until 2026. So you need to stay far, far away from her. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, does it go both ways? Because this is my wife,
Right,
and she contacts me asking about the divorce.
right. And I kind of assumed that's what was going on because I think she was at your place or you guys were somewhere else first together. So here's the deal. She's got the active order of protection. And so she's considered the victim. And so that means it is up to you to stay away from her. So that means if she calls you, you don't answer. If she comes to your door, you don't open the door for her. If she comes up to you in public, you walk the other way. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And that just is going to last as long as she's got that active order of protection. So unless she goes into court to get that vacated, that's active and you're going to end up with all these charges. So you got to protect yourself, okay?
Ready. Thank you.
All right. And then you need to be in Tucson City Court on February 18th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or a warrant can issue for your arrest. Okay.
Life's not fair.
February 18th at 2.
Yes. And you're going to get paperwork with that information. All right.
Thank you.
And for that, he's gonna get one of these right here.
Yeah.
Awa. Oh. Hey, what's up, Snow? Welcome back. Hey, thank you for that badge.
Yes.
Damn.
Thank you.
That's not fair. Life's not fair.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Joaquin Garcia.
What do you think Joaquin did? Hey, Rick, thank you for the follow.
Does counsel waive reading?
Thank you for that share.
All right. So I'm seeing you on some charges that are felony charges out of Superior Court.
Felonias.
And
Hey, Jay, thank you for the like. Dealing.
they are alleged to have occurred between August 1st and September 5th of 2024.
Dante, thank you for the follow.
Judge Fell suggested a $25,000 bond.
Damn,
the state
25
is asking
max.
for a $500,000 bond. And give me just a second. So I don't think any of us have the interim complaint, but the state put some details on Mr. Poston put some details on his recommendation. So I'm going to read
you're looking for.
Thank you. Thank you, Dante.
the interim complaint.
I have what looks to be the interim complaint. Forgive me. It's the grand jury warrant.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm just going to read what you put here. I think that's probably enough information. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
So I won't send it unless you ask.
Or should I say Your Honor? Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. So soft. Did you take your daughter's...
And, Your Honor, in both situations, under 15.
Okay.
Actually, I 3D printed this one. My wife gave me one, but it was pink. I couldn't be sporting the pink one. I 3D printed this on my 3D printer. I had bought one on Amazon, but I ended up losing it. It was this little brown one. It was pretty bad, but I lost it, and I wasn't gonna pay another 7 smackaroonies for that. I was like, man, I'll just 3D print it, and it hurts when I comb it, but it's okay. Barrios is laughing. Where you at? Where you at?
Is the order of protection a victim the same victim as in this complaint?
Judge, I can go ahead and send it to you because it's quite the read. It might be the court's going to want 5 or 10 minutes to have a look at this. I'm sending it directly to Your Honor's email right now.
All right. Can you send it to defense too?
I will.
Thank you.
This guy's name, I didn't catch it. I was distracted. I got the attention span of a squirrel, so my apologies. I would have to play it back. And you haven't done
Coming
so.
to you both right now.
Please hit the hearts. Like, hey, if we could get to 20,000 to get us in the FYP. Hey, Chaparrita 805. I see you just snuck in. Let me see. Yeah, favorite one. That's right. Hey, Rick Squirrel. Let me see. I love it here. You're hilarious. Hey, I wish my wife would think that I'm funny. She's always telling me, don't quit my day job. You're not funny. She was like, those people don't know what you're talking about. They shouldn't be encouraging you. You're out of control. It's always something. I don't know. Thanks for doing this. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I could be out right now shopping, but I'm here. Instead of doing that, I'm here. I'm sharing these lives right here. If you haven't done so, check out some of the videos I uploaded today. I did some hearings from Utah. Check him out. Check him out. We got a.
And Tia, did you receive it?
We got a second time DUIer. She ended up in prison.
I didn't get it.
I didn't get it either. Also, I have a secondary account. Is this the last live for the night? Hell nah, man. Arizona.
So your last name is Catalica.
Arizona's 24/7. So
I'm sorry, I put the wrong one in.
We might have another one at 10. All right.
What email should I send it to?
Audrey Baumgartner, Audrey.Baumgartner at FEMA.gov.
I couldn't see you in the camera at all.
Hey, you guys
And
could.
didn't know your name right off the top of my head. Voice, rather.
Yeah, Maricopa is next. Yeah, that is correct. Hey, if you guys could share, could follow my second account right there. I just put it on. Hey, thank you for pinning that. Snow, highly appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers just in case this account gets. I got the other account as a backup, so you guys would definitely be helping out the community if you guys could follow.
Sent, Audrey.
And grab your mom's phone or your dad's phone and follow too. You know, the more the merrier. You never know, they might like it. Try it, you'll like it. Like my wife says when she cooks. Normally when she says that, I'm kind of hesitant to eat. Let me see.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you, Snow.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Barrios. Highly appreciate that. Smart move. Yeah, sometimes they be putting me on these timeouts. Maybe a week ago, they put me on a week timeout. I appealed it, and they took it off. But sometimes, they be hitting me with those timeouts, and they suck, man. It's all bad. Hey, thank you, Mamacita. Gracias, Kimbo. Follow you. Hey, thank you. Highly appreciate that, Kimbo. Man, you know what? I like this court now. I appreciate this court now compared to Maricopa County, because Maricopa is fast, man. They don't even let me talk for like 2 seconds. They're always cutting me off. Hey, Diana, highly appreciate the follow. Hey, we just hit 15,000 subscribers, which is huge, because when I started this platform, when I jumped on here, maybe like in March, man, I was struggling. The struggle was real. Up until a year and a half ago, I never had social media, so I was always hesitant, to start it up. But here I am now, a year and a half later. Hey, Robbie, thank you, appreciate that. They know you record. On this one, it's you don't have to fill anything out to go on it. You just click on the website and it takes you directly to the stream. So on this one they don't, but sometimes when I do the parole board hearings, they've kicked me out before in the past. They got priors. There's also Pinal County. Oh, really? Do they stream also? I might have to look that one out. Hey, thank you.
Is this for the order of protection, or is this for the warrant?
The latter.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Pinal County. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, if anybody ever has information, or you guys know of any courts that live stream, let me know. But for the courts, it has to be a court that doesn't forbid a recording or streaming.
I don't think that order of protection is related to.
Because I'm not trying to end up in front of the judge
accusations.
over this.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yes.
Sorry.
What made you want to do this? Like the content, smart. No one else. If
you're ready, Miss Baumgartner, I'll hear from you.
I want you to try something different.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
I didn't want to copy anybody else.
We don't believe that a $500,000 bond is appropriate. He
What do you
does
do?
have housing with his father, and no minors live there. He wasn't able to give that number to pretrial services, but he's assured me he'll be able to stay there. He has one prior, which is not violent, from 2005. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. He's a 3 on both scales. This is from August of this year. He was never previously arrested, and looks like the warrant was just issued early December. So given all those factors, Your Honor, and the fact that Judge Phil, despite seeing all the allegations, only insisted on a $25,000 bond, we'd be asking for no higher than $25,000.
Hey, they haven't said what he did, huh? Are they keeping it a secret? Because normally when it's a secret, it's something bad. I haven't heard them say anything. I mean, I know there's 100 of you in there. I might have missed it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. Something fishy is going on here. He got his arms crossed. I don't know. He looks super suspect. Yeah. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
I'm going to order a $50,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial services if that bond is posted. Monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs, and no marijuana.
No, you know what? Normally, when it has something to do with minors,
No
they'll say
contact of any kind with the alleged victims.
okay, victims.
No contact of any kind with any minors.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No unsupervised contact with any minors.
Yeah, there it is. I don't know what he did, but we'll go ahead and do one of these for him.
And do not reside with any minors.
Had to flush. Agua. Had to flush the toilet for that one right there.
And you've got an arraignment scheduled a week from today. That's
Toilet time.
January 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon in Superior Court. So if you do post that bond, you need to make sure that you are in Superior Court for your arraignment in 1 week. All right, sir. That is all. You're excused.
Hey, good luck
Is
to
it the
you.
PD, Your Honor?
It is the PD.
Thank you.
He will go to Eloy. Is that where the PDFers go? Bye, dude. Don't drop the soap like Barrios would always say. You see, dude, I said toilet exactly when I heard it. Faith. SO yard. Yeah, okay. Good to know. I don't live in Arizona, but that's it. Yeah. Next. I think I like it more when we have DVs and those type of activities, opposed to having somebody like that on here. I do know all the yards laughing out loud. What the wood? Whoop, whoop. All right, and welcome everybody. Where are you guys tuning in from? What do you think this fine, upstanding citizen did?
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Fabian David Couch.
Mr. Couch, I'm seeing you again.
Yes,
Hold on.
I apologize.
I'm seeing you again for a warrant that I issued for narcotic drug violation, drug paraphernalia violation from January 26th of 2024.
623. He got caught with that pipa. It's some Krizak.
You were previously
Crystal, thank you for the follow.
arrested and released on this twice.
Twice.
And failed to appear at your arraignment.
Judge.
Can I please speak?
On the 10th.
No, there's a reason why, though.
Hold on.
East Texas here. That's right.
Why don't you, Ms. Baumgartner, would you put him on mute and hear what he wants to say?
Yeah, put him on mute. Okay, we see what had happened was that the reason I didn't come to court, it was because my bus broke down, and then the bus that came, that one broke down too. But so by the time I got the third bus, court was closed already, and I was trying to tell him, but they wouldn't let me into court. So that's what happened. I'm telling you, I can't be in here. I got 3 people working under me, and they depend on me. Lawyer, look, get me out of here. I can't be in here. You know what they do to people like me in here? Please, I'm begging you. You see, what happened was, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is what really happened. All right, I was on my way to court, and my dog ate my bus pass, so I was never able to make it. That's what happened. You're making me laugh. This is no laughing matter here. And I like this. They should put more times out here, and I could tell you, I could read their lips and let you guys know what they're saying.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. We're back in the
Whenever you're ready, I can argue for bond. I'm not sure we've gotten there yet.
Yes, please.
So we're actually asking you to give him another chance. It sounds like his circumstances last time have significantly changed.
Dude, I'm dying.
Last time he was not.
This is awesome.
He was originally had to be transported when he was released here. He had to be transported up to Phoenix to take care of a case there. Now he's on probation in Phoenix.
Okay.
He has a PO. He has to do UAs. This is a personal possession drug case. My guess is in our jurisdiction will possibly be run concurrent with that probation term. So he's here. He's ready to take care of it. And it sounds like last time he just had that other court in a completely different jurisdiction that was getting in his way. So we'd be asking you to give him a chance to deal with this in person. He is here living with his kids' moms and has not violated on probation.
All right, what I'm seeing is that he was put on probation November 21st.
Yeah.
I saw him
Thank you for sharing the
when
live,
he was
Crazy
arrested
Cat.
the second time a couple of weeks later in December. And then he didn't show up to his arraignment in January.
Don't say that. Why'd you tell her that? Shh. He looks like the type of person that has dirt, like his nails are like super black, like which is like dirt and like grease and.
I'm not going to.
Okay. He would like to talk to you, Your Honor.
The reason why is
Go
because.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Okay. Okay. So the reason why there's a space difference between whenever I got arrested and whenever you saw me was because I was sat in MCSO for almost 2 months. That's the reason why. My court date, from my court date to whenever they came and got me and brought me down here, was like almost over a month and a half later.
They don't care. The judge don't care.
Because I had to wait 7 days. I had to wait 7 days for my Glendale hold, and they never came and got me. And then I waited another like over almost a whole month for MC or for PIMA County to come and get me.
What else?
That's why there's that space in between whenever I got put on probation and whenever I got released here, and why I had to go back to Phoenix to check into probation.
You gotta figure it out, sir. That's not my problem. You figure it out.
I'm just begging for one more chance, please.
No more
Like I
chances.
promise, I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave Tucson until I go to court.
So are you in contact
Thank
with
you,
your
Snow.
Maricopa County probation officer?
Yes, I am.
No
And
soup
do you
for
have
you.
stable housing?
Here, yes. But until I'm here, yes. So I'm probably gonna end up staying here.
Next.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
the state's a bit skeptical. Continued criminality is not a defense for failing to show. The state stands by its recommendation at $5,000, and I would be a bit surprised if there's not a probation hold here or on the way.
I don't know that there's no warrant for probation violation. He
Not
was just
yet.
put on probation 2 months ago. And the problem is that he didn't show up for his arraignment for the second time. So where are you living?
At her mom's house.
Who's her?
Yeah, my kid's mom's house.
It's here in Tucson.
Yes, it's here in Tucson.
I don't believe him. There's no way that somebody's gonna be with him with those dirty ass hands. No way. If I showed up with dirty hands like that to my house, my
All right,
wife would
I'm
throw
gonna
me
order
out.
one more time that you be released for pretrial services, monitoring or treatment as directed by them, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Your hearing with me is going to be in
Yes.
1 week from today on
Yeah.
January 28th at 1:30 in Superior Court. You need to be there.
We're gonna see him
Be
again.
there.
We're
I
gonna
will
see him
not
back
let
on
you
here.
down.
All right.
Thank you.
Mark my
All
words.
right.
Thank you.
You're excused.
Look at those hands.
Is that
Oh,
PD, Your Honor?
something ugly.
Sorry.
Hey, so one time
Yes,
we went to,
PD.
they let him go. Hey, crazy!
Yes,
thank you
PD.
for the like, Stefan. Thank you for the follow. Next in lines. Hey, so this one time we went to Mexico for a vacation, and we went to get these tacos that were being sold on the street, and the guy that was making these tacos de barbacoa, his hands looked like that, and I saw my lady when that guy was mixing up the meat. I could see the look on my wife's face. She just wanted to just throw up. So if I showed up like that, I know what happened to me. Okay, hey, what do you guys think she did? DV,
Hey, ma'am, can I get your full name?
DUI?
What's up, Dyer?
Ms. Geyer, I'm seeing you this evening on charges of domestic violence, aggravated assault, and kidnapping. You do have the
What?
right to remain silent.
hell
Anything
did
you
she
say
kidnap?
can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for today's hearing.
Don't kidnap me. I got somewhere to be. Hey, how much time do they give you for kidnapping in Arizona? Is it a life sentence like California?
State is recommending a $75,000 bond plus pretrial services.
75? What the what? Toilet. No clue.
Given the allegations, and it looks like she's on probation for 3 different felony offenses out of Texas
Awa.
fairly recently.
Yeah, favorite one. Thank you for the like. Christine, thank you for the like. Highly appreciate it. Hopefully my wife's not watching me right now because
I'll hear from defense.
she isn't going.
Your Honor, we're
anywhere.
actually asking to continue this the morning calendar. I spoke with Miss Geyer, and she has housing with her mother. She knows the phone number. It sounds like she gave it to pretrial, but she didn't answer for whatever reason, so she's going to work hard over the next several hours to make sure her mom can verify with them that she does have housing away from this victim. I also think there are potentially some will cause issues with the DV kidnap charge. So we're asking to continue it.
20 years for
Okay.
kidnapping? I can't do
Your Honor,
20
stick
years.
poses. If I'm going to pull back up the pretrial statement regarding the housing, because if I'm not mistaken, Mom was disinclined
If I did 20
to
years,
help out here.
I would come out in diapers.
Yes, the defendant's mother said she's unemployed and she can use the address for mailing purposes only,
Yes, thank
not
you.
residential. She is not offering housing. The state stands by its original recommendation. This is DV involving strangulation. This person has a lot of priors and is on felony probation for the next 7 years at least.
He said a lot instead of numerous.
She has no significant connections to the community, less than 3 months, and she's looking at mandatory prison time.
Man, though.
If not the fact that they're likely to violate her on parole.
How many women's prisons do they got in Arizona? I missed it.
Your Honor, may I respond to that?
Yes.
I want to look her up.
I understand the state's position, and she's from Camp Verde, where her mom lives, and she has other family members up there that she can check in with about getting her housing if her mom is not willing to. She knows their phone numbers, so she's asking for the chance because she was not aware that her mom was in that position to then verify with other people.
Did anybody catch her name by any chance? I really don't retain that much information.
I'm gonna order a $25,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial services if posted. No acts of domestic violence, monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No contact with the alleged victim.
Damn,
I'll put in my order, ma'am, that you could return one time with a law enforcement escort if you have personal belongings at his residence. So you would take my order to the nearest police station and have them go with you to get your things. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 31st, but that hearing is very likely not going to happen on that date. You'll get a hearing at a later date. So if you do post your bond, it's going to be really important that you're in touch with pretrial and with your attorney so that you know when to get to court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You're excused.
I'm going to go ahead and do another toilet for safe measure. Hey, and remember, you heard it first. I never heard nobody using any type of toilet sound effects on their stream. So you heard it here first. If you see other people doing that, it's no bueno. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? That's pretty high cash bond. Yeah. Hey, by the time she comes out, cars are going to be flying. Next, what do you guys think this gentleman did here? Listen up to the names if you want to look them up.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Reynaldo Robles.
Mr. Robles, I am seeing you this evening on a few different matters. You have new felony charges of possession of a dangerous drug.
What?
And then you've got, it looks like 3 warrants out of PIMA County Justice Court.
I knew it, Anthony said. I knew it.
For advertising, contracting without a license.
Oh, there he
2
worked.
of them are from 2021.
During the pandemic.
And then there's a civil violation from 2023.
2023.
State's recommending a $7,500 bond with pretrial services. Mr. Poston, I'll hear from you on that.
Your Honor, we're looking at somebody who's a 6 and a 5, 6 FTA, 6 NCA, 5 FTA. He's got an extensive hearing of failing to appear for court hearings. State's not opposed to him possibly looking at Step Smart. However, he's got an epic history of not showing up. He's also got a history of violence, which is very problematic for the state. And there needs to be some strong incentives for him to actually show up.
You got to keep the public safe. I'm not
All right,
safe.
I'll hear from defense.
Your Honor, we're asking you to release him to pretrial services.
You keep freezing.
He has verified housing and support with his daughter. He is self-employed. He does have priors. However, the last one is from 2011. So that was almost 15 years ago. The two misdemeanors pending that you cited are nonviolent. This is considered a nonviolent offense. It's a personal possession drug case, Your Honor. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. With the verified housing and support and being on pretrial, with the misdemeanors, he wasn't had the same opportunity on pretrial where he gets that level of supervision. His family's more involved. So given the actual charges at hand, we'd be asking you release him to pretrial services.
Hey, I just checked. I see that 15 of you guys
on
followed me on the
felony.
other account. Thank you.
I'm going to order a $500 cash or secured bond released to pretrial services if that bond is posted. Monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial, no alcohol or illegal drugs. We'll set a SMART hearing for January 28th at 9 o'clock. And preliminary hearing will be January 31st. And I just realized with this civil warrant, so there must be a judgment against him, and he didn't show up for hearings to deal with that. And so this judge actually asked for a $6,000 bond.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Based on my prior experience in justice court, it's entirely possible that he's looking at a couple of failures of chronic FTAs,
Right.
cases of contracting or advertising without a license. The judges eventually just get frustrated with the failures to appear and issue a fairly healthy bond. The fact that it's up to $6,000 means it's been festering for quite some time.
Hey, thank you, Nubby Nub. Highly appreciate it. Bass, thank you for following. I'll follow you guys back in that account. If you guys got your accounts private, if you guys don't want to accept it, it's cool.
I'm going to order $500 cash bonds on each of these three justice court matters.
Thank you. Britt?
I will appoint
This is a live video. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed.
Robin Ald to represent you. And you're going to see the judge tomorrow by video at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Chanel, thank you for the follow. Are you in AZ? No, I'm not. I'm not in Arizona. I'm from LA. Born and raised.
All right, sir. So
JC.
if you end up posting those bonds, you need to make sure that you get to these court dates or warrants will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. You're excused.
That fool ain't going nowhere. He is not going to go anywhere. JC, thank you for the like. Highly appreciate it. I'm in Cali too. That's right. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. I just got a call from the account. No, I don't think. Oh, maybe I pressed the button by accident. I didn't mean to. I was what? Yeah, I was adding everybody on that was following me on that account. So yeah, I believe so. What's the website?
Hello. How are you?
It's on YouTube. They don't have it on our website. You have to go to YouTube. Let me see.
Sir,
No,
give me just a moment.
I just watched the video that the guy abused his wife and sentenced for what? Did he get denied? I'm not sure. I gotta check it. I didn't sit in on the Utah hearings today. I was fixing my dishwasher. That guy looks like Terminator. Like, what's wrong with his face? Is he beat up? What? What's up with his face? It's like his face was cut in half and put back together. Damn.
All right, sir. Can I get your full name?
Yes. Fury with Irineo Peña Solis.
Mr. Solis, I am seeing you this
What up,
evening on a
T-Bone?
couple of different matters. You've got, actually, a few different matters. You've got new charges of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. And then you've got a warrant out of Superior Court for failure to appear at an arraignment for charges of 2 counts of misconduct involving weapons, dangerous drug possession, and drug paraphernalia possession. Those are allegations from November 5th of 2024.
I can't even see
and
his
then
face.
you've got a warrant out of justice court. We'll deal with that one after we deal with these felonies. Let's see.
And I'm running at 1080p.
So the warrant was a dismissal and refile, and it appears he maybe didn't know about that situation. Sir, where are you living?
6412 North Camino de la Tierra, Your Honor.
Just in case you guys want to see the attorney. The judge is kind of hidden between, I don't know. Yeah, it looks weird. I don't know if it's like, it might be like a big mole on his face or a birthmark, but it's concerning. It's definitely concerning. It wasn't.
Mr. Poston, you put in your recommendation that there was a gun. But
Your Honor,
okay.
This one was much unclear. In the assessment, it talks about case CR 2024-4823, misconduct involving weapons as well as drugs and drug paraphernalia. This case was charged, later dismissed, and then reinstated. That would also go with the fact that he picked up yet more drug charges. So this isn't a hold without bond situation. I just would note that these are rapid fire drug charges, and I would note that the weapon that he was stopped with is particularly concerning. The 5.7x28 is a favorite weapon of, honestly, cartels, and that's based on a rather apocryphal belief that it'll penetrate body armor.
Your Honor, I'm gonna object to that. That's just speculating. That's coming from absolutely nowhere. It's just inappropriate, and I can't listen to that.
Shit, I'm scared now.
Your Honor, the state agrees with the 7,500 plus pretrial that was instituted on or about the 5th of November. That plus the fact that he's got additional charges.
No, this is not something that I thought that would be coming up on.
All right. I'll hear from defense.
I just put up the second account right there.
Your Honor, it sounds like he didn't know about this case. It was initially dismissed. He stayed in on bond on it, and then he was released. The court only issued a $2,500 bond on this, so the $7,500 isn't necessary. At most, we'd be asking for $25,000. Regarding the new drug cases, I mean, drug addicts have drug cases, Your Honor. These are personal possession. He's not once charged with attempting to sell. There's no allegations of him being involved in the drug cartel. So I really don't believe a $7,500 bond is appropriate on that either. And we'd actually be asking you release him to pretrial. He doesn't have any violent priors. His last priors from 2017, or his last felony priors from 2017, which is a personal possession drug case, Your Honor. So that would be our recommendation.
That definitely got my attention. That woke me up.
On the warrant, I'm going to order a $2,500 cash or secured bond released to pretrial services if that bond is posted. Monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No firearms or weapons. Arraignment is scheduled for 1 week from today. It is January 28th at 1:30 in Superior Court. So if you post your bond, sir, you need to make sure that you get to that hearing in 1 week. That's going to be with me. All right. If you're not at that hearing, I'm going to have to issue another warrant for your arrest, and it'll likely be a much higher bond. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Most likely I will be bonded out. Obviously, I guess I'll be staying here.
Okay. Unless you bond out, you're going to be there, and I'll see you in a week. All right. And then on the new drug charges, I'll order a $250 cash or secured bond released to pretrial if that bond is posted. Monitoring or treatment, no alcohol or illegal drugs. We'll set a SMART hearing for January 28th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And preliminary hearing will be January 31st. Public defender is appointed if I didn't say so yet. And then on this misdemeanor warrant, this is for driving on a suspended license from February 17th. I am going to order that you be released as to that charge. Order that you do not drive without a valid driver's license. Your hearing in justice court will be February 20th at 8:30 in the morning. So if you're out of custody by then, you need to get to that hearing. If you're still in custody, they will take you to a video hearing for that. All right, sir, you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, you're excused.
You guys are hooked on the flesh, huh? Oh, hey, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It's free 99, and we're trying to get to that 20,000 mark. So you could make a difference. You guys could help us get to that 20,000 mark. Really trying to get there. It's my dream. It's my dream. The Flush Mobile. Next in line.
Going to see right here.
All right. Hey, I'm a girl. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Samuel Thomas Velasquez.
All right, Mr. Velasquez, I am seeing you this evening on a few different matters. You've got some new cases.
You got something
felony
in your face?
Cases involving burglary, third-degree burglary, possession of burglary tools, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of dangerous drug, and then another third-degree burglary charge. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for today's hearing. We're also going to talk about, it looks like 3 warrants out of Justice Court and 3 warrants out of Tucson City Court. We'll deal with those next. But first, we're going to talk about these felonies.
Thank you.
The state is asking for a $75,000, or I'm sorry,
Hey, welcome
hold
from
on,
down
sir.
under.
$7,500 concurrent bond.
Your Honor, I misspoke. There's only one case on this one, so please go ahead and disregard one of the.
You just said he had all kinds of cases.
I think they're actually split into 2. Yeah, there's 2.
Okay, then I was mistaken. Yeah, state's looking for that primarily based on felony convictions, substantial misto record, history of FTA is absolutely epic, community ties are lacking, and he's a 6 out of 6 on both scales.
Great.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
Hey, so I seen women or girls, when they get on the front of that camera, they're saying a story. I can't do that, so I do the next best thing. I got the mini comb for the mustache. That's what I could do. I can't do my eyebrows or nothing, but I could comb my mustache. Hey, Nez, thank you, appreciate that. Yvette, where is this at? This is Tucson, Arizona, PIMA County. Anna's laughing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I messed that one up. I was gonna start saying what he's saying to his public pretender, the stash, Jimmy 23. Nez, thank you for the like. It's lights her eyes. Ooh, aprendida. All right. So where is everybody tuning in from? I see there's 156, 157 people. Where you guys coming in from? Hey, I just saw Chantel coming in from Australia. She's coming from down under. Man, I love them kangaroo videos that people be posting up. You see, we got T-Bone, we got Pomona. Let me see, California, Indiana, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio.
So, Your Honor, it sounds like after speaking with Mr. Velasquez, he's been in and out of the hospital a lot. He has medical conditions that he's dealing with. He has mental health diagnoses, including schizophrenia that he's dealing with. He has substance use disorder that he's dealing with. He was set to go up to treatment in Phoenix tomorrow to address those. He has one prior, which is a personal possession drug offense from 2020. So given those situations, we'd be asking for no more than $7,500 on both cases concurrent.
Honestly, I can't.
What? They muted us again. OC, New York, Fort
All right,
Worth.
Mr. Velasquez, I need
Or
to
no,
talk to you
not.
for a minute, okay?
Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
All right, on the felony matters.
Hey, Ness, thank you for the follow on YT. Highly appreciate it. Not guilty.
Mr. Velasquez, I need you to stop talking to defense counsel and just listen to what I'm going to order, okay?
He said what?
I'm going to order a $7,500 concurrent bond on the felony matters. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial, posted. Do not return to any of the incident locations, monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 31st.
Looks emotional. Nah, he just has a lot of hand movements and stuff. I do that sometimes when I get animated. Looks
All right,
emotional.
sir. And then, sir, I need to talk to you.
Nah, I didn't watch the Ohio.
Mr. Velasquez, I need to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you.
You've got 3 warrants out of Pima County Justice Court. Those are for a shoplifting criminal trespass from April 13th, shoplifting criminal trespass from May 10th, shoplifting criminal trespass from August 8th.
Target. Let me guess. Target.
On those cases, I'm going to appoint Janet Altschuler to represent you in Justice Court. I'm going to order $250 cash or secured bonds on each of those matters. Order that you not return to any of those incident locations, no alcohol or illegal drugs. You're going to have a hearing in Justice Court tomorrow, the 22nd at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to deal with your Justice Court matters.
He's going down the little cubicle. Oh, man, you know what? I still haven't seen anybody
And then
act out.
finally, we have
Here, at least.
warrants out of Tucson City Court for criminal trespass, paraphernalia theft charges.
Damn, he got a gang
All
of
from
cases.
last year as well.
Definitely been busy.
On those matters, I'm going to order a $500 cash or secured bond. I will
Nice.
appoint the city public defender's office to represent you.
Might as well make it $1 million at this point. It doesn't matter. He's not going to
Same
get out.
conditions. And your hearing in city court will be on January 31st at 1:45.
145. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere till he's done doing all his
All right,
time.
sir. So you're going to get you've got 3 different court dates, and you've got attorneys representing you in all of these cases. If that's all, you're excused.
Get out of my presence, you mere mortal. Next.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Diane? How's it going? What did he do? It just came in. He had a bunch of. He had like 5 or 8. What is it? Shoplifting. He had some Krizak on him. He had a pipa. Those sorts of.
Went to housing,
Oh,
so they're going to bring him down to Judge Shugby.
okay. Judge, I guess the Mr. Willis was moved to housing, so they're bringing him down, so it could be a couple minutes.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Where is he? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I know you guys know what's up with the next sales, the chirp sound. Hey, so what kind of streams do you guys like? Do you guys like what do you guys like? PIMA? Do you guys prefer PIMA County or Maricopa? Hey, Stutter, gracias. Highly appreciate the follow. Maria
Velasquez, right?
Velasquez. Didn't they know he was gonna get? Yeah, they did. Yeah, but sometimes you know what? Sometimes people refuse, or they'll get lost, or they'll play games. So, you know, if you're hiding and they don't know where you're at, then that's definitely gonna slow it down. Or sometimes people refuse to go to court. Let me see. I like both so far. I like all your content. Hey, thank you, Nez. Highly appreciated. I like car chases. Yeah, I've been looking for some car chases. I wanna get into those also. But normally when I log into them, I catch them a little bit late because I keep the notifications off on my phone. So, gracias. Let me see. I like parole. Keisha. All right. Hey, so on Thursday we're gonna be doing Kansas. No, not Kansas. Sorry, Kentucky. It was one with a K. Kentucky. Hey, Kentucky is probably one of the best places you could hear a parole board hearing because they don't withhold any information. They talk about it all, about the details about the case, and they ask them a lot of questions. Car chases, where are they gonna go? I like the parole ones. Cool. When are you gonna do and why again? I've never done New York before. I do Connecticut. Let me see. Chess or Lynn. Follow. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. Or look into it. The New York ones. New York doesn't offer. They're not open to the public. There's about. I found about 12 states or 13 states that offer it. I don't know. There was car chases on. You could do it all right here. I've done some before in the past, but I haven't came across any recently. What state are you gonna do? You say Kentucky on Thursday. That one you're gonna want to check that one out. So that one's gonna start early. It starts 5:30 Pacific time. So that one starts really early. Tomorrow I'm gonna do. Most likely I'll do Connecticut and Utah. Those are like my Connecticut, Utah, or Iowa. Those are the easiest ones to get into. Let me see what's next. I don't know. We're just waiting right now. We're waiting for them to bring up the next person. Apparently, they were hiding or something. Is Maricopa County live on YouTube? Oh shit, I forgot. Hold up, give me a minute. Damn. Let me switch it up right now, because they're lollygagging it over here. Let me see. I think Maricopa just started right now, so just give me 1 minute. No, it hasn't started yet. All right, so it's normally starts I think at 7, right? Or is it 8? I'll check the times right now. Hold on. Let me see here. Maricopa County. So it should be starting right now. Oh, there it is.
Warrant for failing to appear. You already had an attorney appointed to represent you in those matters. You will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30.
There we go.
And a disposition hearing as to the other matter on January 27th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500 per case in those matters. And then your violation of probation, I also appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter. Hold on, just make sure I'm telling you everything correctly. Actually, there were 3 warrants for failing to appear, and one of the cases was for a violation of probation.
Probation matters, 3 disposition hearings, and 1 is
a status. Okay. So, on your last matter, that was a failure to appear, an attorney was also appointed to represent you in that matter, and you have a disposition hearing. I'm sorry, yes, you do have another disposition hearing on January 20. I'm sorry, you have a status post warrant hearing on January 27th at 8:30, and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. So between your 3 cases, which you do have a bond, it's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $7,500. I would caution you against attempting to pay your bond at this time because you don't know whether or not you will be eligible for a bond on the matter that you are currently not bondable on. If something changes, you will need to make sure if you do become eligible for bond, you need to make sure that you appear for all of your hearings. If you fail to appear for your hearings, any bond posted will be forfeited, and more warrants will be issued for your arrest, and you'll be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we need to do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Maricopa, they make you wear pink. The people I've seen in Maricopa County, they've
Morris,
been
will you
orange.
please come into the courtroom? And Ms. Angrier, if you'll please have a seat in the chair.
Can we watch the other one? I could really do one at a time.
Sir, can you please
And the other one was about
state
to
your
end
first
anyways.
and last name and your date of birth?
It was 12/21/1993.
You were here on 3 matters. You have 1 new case. You have a warrant for failing to appear, and then you are also a fugitive of justice out of.
Damn, he looks like he's been out in the sun all day. Does
Gila
he have a
River,
cover around him?
The Gila River community or tribe. So I will first talk to you about your new case. You were charged with 1 count of aggravated assault against an officer,
Yanni.
which is a Class 5 felony, 1 count of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all 3 counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. Because you were on felony release at the time that the alleged offenses occurred, you are not eligible for bond today by statute, so I did schedule an evidentiary hearing for you for January 28th at 1:30. And then a warrant was issued for your arrest when you failed to appear for a court date. You already have an attorney representing you in that matter. You do have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. Then, as to the fugitive of justice warrant, you do have the right to an extradition hearing. You are entitled to bond. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, but one would not be appointed to you because that is not a criminal matter. If you choose to move forward with an extradition hearing, what would be required is that an extradition warrant would need to be signed by the governor here, the governor for the state of Arizona, and then the governor for your community. That process can take between 60 to 90 days. You also have the right to waive an extradition hearing. If you choose to do so, you would not be entitled to bond. The community or tribe would have up to 30 days to come pick you up. If they do not pick you up, you would be released after 30 days, only if all your matters here in our court are resolved. Did you have an opportunity to review the paperwork regarding extradition? Okay, so I'm going to have you go back into the room, and if someone can give him the placard that tells him about his rights regarding extradition, I will call him back up.
Damn, is
He's
he
saying that he did not review it. So
Yeah, that's right.
is he the missing link? Is he a caveman?
Oh yeah, I did. The fucking the big paper.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I read it.
Do you understand what you read?
Yeah.
And I told you what all your rights were. So do you know how you would like to proceed today? Are you going to waive your rights, request an extradition hearing, or do you choose to waive those rights?
Oh, I'm tired of living young.
I'll waive them.
Before you can waive your rights, I do have to ask you several questions to make sure that you do understand what you are doing here today. I understand that that you want to sign the waiver of extradition. So I want to confirm with you that you did review the waiver of extradition paperwork, correct?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you do not have to sign that paperwork?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you have the right to an extradition hearing?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand that the governor's warrant be signed by both the governors of here in Arizona and of your community or tribe?
Uh-huh.
You have to say yes out loud.
Damn, I yawning again.
Yeah.
I'm yawning. I'm yawning.
Do you understand that you would have the right to bail?
Yeah.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
No.
You do not want to give up those rights?
No.
Okay, so then you want me to set a bond and set an extradition hearing for you?
Yes.
That's totally opposite of what I just asked you, sir.
Oh,
So
sorry.
now I'm really confused about what you would like to do.
You're
All right,
confused.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
confused.
So what I would prefer to do is what I initially was inclined to do, was to allow you to have the opportunity to review all the paperwork so that you do understand what's going on. So either way, I can make a finding that
Be
you do
careful.
understand what you're doing here today.
Mm-hmm.
So please go back into the holding room and review that paperwork.
Hey, this is Maricopa County, Arizona. Maricopa County. Next. The orange is the new black.
Hold on, Ms. Stetson, are you wanting to appear on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. This is number 19.
Can we turn it down a little bit? Yes. Can you please state your appearance at this time?
Yes. Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Ma'am, would you please state your first and last name?
April Angry, 05/26/2002.
You are here today on a new case. You've been charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree, a Class 1 felony.
What?
And 1 count of burglary in the first degree, a Class 2 felony. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have a status conference hearing on
Did they say
January
murder?
27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. Before I go into release conditions, Ms. Stetson, do you have anything to add outside of the recommendation that you've already submitted and the probable cause statement that I already reviewed?
No.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the attorney.
One thing, Your Honor, the state would be making a motion to seal the Form 4, Your Honor. This is very much an ongoing investigation with multiple suspects who are not in custody. So at this time, the state would be moving to seal the Form 4.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't catch your
There is
name.
one in custody, though.
Okay, you have to stop talking.
My bad.
My bad.
Ms. Stetson, typically when I've seen those, and so I'm just asking here in this setting, usually I would get a motion to seal in writing. Does the state plan to file one, or is this something that you typically do on the record here?
Typically in initial appearance hearing, the only time whenever we do a motion to seal, it's always been on the record. But if Your Honor would like, well, the state, can we even file a motion to seal with IA because we don't have any clerks?
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying I've seen them before in another setting, in another court, so that's the only reason why I asked that.
Okay.
So it has, I will grant that motion to seal. Now going in, is there anything else that you wanted to be heard on at this time?
No, Your Honor. However, the state would ask Your Honor to include no contact with co-defendants. But other than that, the state has is going off everything in the recommendation and in the Form 4.
They're either yawning. They're yawning,
So
or their
I
feet
had to
are jacked up,
edit this order.
or both.
So the release conditions are as followed. I'm ordering a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750,000. If you are able to post bond, you will be released on electronic monitoring. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or initiate any contact with the victim's family, to include spouse, parent, child, or sibling, or any other person related to the victim. You are not to possess and you are not to possess any weapons.
We're on Microsoft
If you
Teams.
are able to post bond, you must appear for your hearings. If you fail to appear for your hearings, the bond that was posted would be
Yes, it is.
forfeited. A warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you would be subject to bond again.
Sophie,
So
thank
that
you for the
takes
follow.
care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will please step to your left, someone will bring your paperwork into you shortly.
Hey, she ain't going
Thank you, Your
anywhere for
Honor.
a very
That's
long
all for
time,
the state.
from what it looks
You
like.
may be excused.
Was
Thank you.
anybody able to look her up? Did you guys find out anything? Do tell if you did. So young, yeah, she's young. She is young.
Mr. Espinoza, if you will please come into the courtroom.
I'll look now.
And
Thank you, Blake.
Mr. Link, will you please have a seat in the chair?
I think it's from an apartment. Pew pew. Was that one the one from yesterday? Not even upset. 2002.
Mr. Espinoza?
Can't find anything yet. Okay, thank Jack. I don't. Yes. All right. Let's
Hello,
see.
sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Domingo Muñoz Espinosa, 52078.
You are here because a warrant was issued when you failed to appear for your hearing. An attorney was already appointed to represent you in that matter. You will have a post-warrant status conference hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $6,000. If you are able to post bond, you must make sure that you appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted will be forfeited, and another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you will likely be subject to another bond.
There's no way of getting pretrial services or someone to get...
Sir, you failed to show up, and it looks like you were supposed to be at sentencing, and you did not appear.
But can I get out?
That was issued by the judge, and so I'm not changing that order.
Okay.
So if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
It was worth a try.
Mr. Link, will you please come into the courtroom?
Thank you, Meg.
And
Thank you for the... Thank you
Ms.
for the...
Bond, if you will have a seat in the chair.
Is that for wearing lugs or Uggs?
Mr. Link, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Ryan Joseph Link, 11/8/1992.
You are here because you do have a probation violation. Looks like.
Let me see here.
No, sorry, it was failure to appear.
The court was...
On two matters, you had a failure to appear on 2 court dates. You already had an attorney appointed to represent you in those matters. You will have a status conference hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000 on one of those warrants, and you have a then you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $150. So between the two bonds, it's $25,150 secured appearance. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, another warrant will be issued for your arrest. The bond that you posted will be forfeited, and you will be subject to another bond. That takes care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will please step.
He has probation and disposition on the 28th as well.
Okay, I'm so sorry. On which one?
Number 31.
Okay. So on your probation, the warrant that was for $150, you have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. So now that takes care of everything that we have to do this evening. Ms. Bond, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Alvarez, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Hope Spawn, 9182.
You are here because a violation of probation a warrant was issued quite a while ago, April 16th of 2016. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You must appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted will be forfeited, and another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we can do here today. If you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. We're going to reprint this order. Mr. Rigo, can you please state your first and last name?
Rigo Alvarez, 04-12-87.
And do you need to give me your date of birth? You are here for a probation violation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. The probation violation warrant had a bond of $1,000, but I do understand that you are in DOC custody at this time. I didn't have any information about your release date. Can you provide information?
November.
Of this year?
Yeah.
So you will remain, I'm just making a note that you are in DOC custody at this time. And I'm going to have to redo this order after we're done. I just need to concentrate on what I'm doing. But you're in DOC custody, but you will remain here until this matter is resolved. And then once your matter is resolved, You'll be returned to DOC custody, but the bond will allow you to continue to earn credit towards your time. So that will take care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will please step to the left, the officer will give you, just go back in the holding. I'm doing in the order. Okay, I just signed it. Mr. Thurman, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Harris, will you please have a seat in the chair? Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, Your Honor. Anthony Tyrone Thurman, 6/12/1975.
Thank you. You are here for a probation violation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a probation revocation and possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact probation within 72 hours of your release. You also need to make sure that you do attend your hearing. If you fail to attend your hearing, any bond posted will be forfeited. Another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you would be subject to another bond. That takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. If you will step to your left, officer.
Your Honor, I was in custody since the 4th. I was in court civic in Florence for Mesa, and the warrant didn't come out till the 13th of this month. I went and seen my PO this morning earlier, and they just arrested me. I just got released from court civic on the 16th.
Oh, you were just released?
Yes, ma'am.
So according to the probation violation warrant, it says that you were released from incarceration on October 15th of 2024.
I just got a court civic for Mesa on the 16th, Thursday.
How long were you in custody?
13 days since the 4th in Mesa.
Right, but
Mesa holding facility, 13 days.
that was for this month, but this what it says is that you were released from incarceration on October 15th of 2024.
No, I just graduated Purpose Healing on the 12th of November.
Well, according to the warrant that was reviewed, your whereabouts were unknown since November 13th of 2024. So this warrant was issued in January.
That's my only address.
You did not report as directed on December 18th of 2024. And you're telling me that you were in custody this month for 14 days. So that does not...
I just got it.
So I'm not going to argue with you anymore. You're telling me information and I can review and check it.
Yes.
I'm looking. So what you are saying is not matching up. You were supposed to report to probation. You were told to report to probation on December 18th, 2024, and you didn't. And this was after, and I think this was after your release. I think this is a typo, but it looks like you were released from custody here on December 15th of 2024. So you were not in custody.
December 15th, I was not here.
You were seen here, so it had been after December 18th. So December 18th, you were supposed to report to probation within 72 hours. I can go pull up the release order, and I can confirm. So do you want me to do that?
Yeah,
I'll go
please.
look at it and tell you.
Please, because I barely got a court civic on the
But
16th.
what you're saying,
and I barely
I'm just letting
graduated.
you know that what you're saying does not make sense. You're not helping yourself. And
Miss,
just letting
I have
you-
no reason to lie to you, Your Honor. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you or
So
me.
you were released. Right, but that was in January.
No, I just got that on the 16th.
So
I
according
just
to
got out.
according to the probation violation, he was seen sometime in December, and he did not report as directed. So that's what the issue is.
That warrant went out on the 13th. I found that out.
But the information in the warrant is going back to December. So between December and the time that you were picked up in Mesa, you did not report to probation. That's why this warrant was issued.
Oh, because I talked to my PO at Vogue, and he asked me where's my
Okay,
address.
well, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just letting you know what the judge heard and what the judge saw, who signed off on the warrant. So based on the information that the judge heard, the judge believed that there was probable cause that you violated your probation, and that's the warrant that he issued with it. And based on the information that you're telling me, being in custody is not a reason, because you did not go back into custody in Mesa until January, and you had not been in probation. This is what you just said. You said that you were in the custody of Mesa.
On the 4th, Mesa picked me up, and I stayed into the 16th.
But the probation, the fact in the probation petition says that you did not report within 72 hours of December 18th. So you should have reported to probation on December 21st of 2024, and you didn't. And so from December 18th to whenever you went into custody in January, you still never checked in with probation, and they were not able to verify your whereabouts. That is the information that was presented to the judge. I'm not going to argue with you anymore.
But that's my only address is the 20044.
So we're done. We're done.
Yes, we are done. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Mr. Harris, if you will please come to the podium, and Mr. Barraza, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Mr. Harris, will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Christopher Harris, 1024-77.
You are here because you have 3 matters which you failed to appear for. You were already appointed an attorney to represent you in all 3 matters. You will have a probation revocation hearing on January 28th at 8:30, as well as a possible disposition hearing at the same time. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250 on one, $50 on another, and the last one you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. So your total secured appearance bond, I believe, is $800. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You need to make sure that you appear for your hearing. If you fail to appear for your hearing, any bond posted will be forfeited, and another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you will be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. So if you will step to the left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Yeah.
Mr. Barraza, can you please come to the podium? Mr. Barraza, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
331-88, Felice Barraza.
I have Fernando Feliz Barraza. Is that incorrect?
Yes.
Why is that incorrect?
Look again and put it backwards.
They did?
Yes.
Can we fix it?
Fernando Barraza.
Okay. So you were here. Thank you. So you have a warrant out of Goodyear Municipal Court. Due to the nature of the offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed attorney. You do have an arraignment hearing on February 5th at 1 o'clock. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for that court date. Do you promise to appear for that court date?
Yes.
If you fail to appear for your court date, another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you will please step to the left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Mr. Armenta, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Sneed, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Mr. Armenta? Mr. Armenta, will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Robert Armenta, 6/23/1979.
Thank you. You are here on 2 matters. You have 1 new case, and then you have a warrant out of El Mirage Municipal Court.
Okay.
I'm going to first talk to you about your new case. You were charged with you're actually charged with 2 counts of possession of a dangerous drug, one as a Class 4 felony, the other one as a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did not find probable cause as to possession of a dangerous drug as a Class 6 felony, but I did find probable cause as to possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, as well as the criminal trespass. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you to pretrial services without bond, but you do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
Please be advised that if you fail to abide by your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court dates, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. As to your warrant out of El Mirage Municipal Court, due to the nature of the offense, you are not entitled to a court-appointed attorney. You do have an arraignment hearing on February 4th at 8 a.m. Again, I'm inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
If you fail to appear, again, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. If you step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork regarding both matters.
Thank you. You have a great day.
So you just go ahead and have a seat inside, and they'll bring you your paperwork. Mr. Sneed, can you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Valenzuela, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Tyrell Sneed, June 13th of 1996.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to that charge. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yes.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you will step to your left, or I don't know if the officers have your paperwork. Okay, so if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Valenzuela, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Mendez, will you please have a seat in the chair? Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and
Daniel Ruben Valenzuela.
And what is your date of birth?
11/24/1975.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of a narcotic drug, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you to pretrial services without bond. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Do I have what?
Do you promise to appear
Yes.
for your court date?
Yes.
Please be advised that if you do not comply with your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court dates, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so if you will step to your left, officers will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Mendez, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Mejia, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
My name is Jacob Mendez, November 17th, 1981.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable causes to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you to pretrial services, but you do have to promise to appear for your court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
If you fail to appear for your court dates or abide by your release conditions, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you will please step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Mejia, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Araguay, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Morning.
Well, it's the evening.
Oh, really?
So you take your
I'm sorry about that.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name?
9/17/92.
Luis Miguel. Sorry about that.
That's okay. You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Due to the nature of the offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed attorney. You will have an arraignment hearing on February 10th at 8:30.
Okay.
I'm inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yeah.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a blessed day. Thank you.
Mr. Aragway, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your last name incorrectly. If you will please come into the court. And Ms. McCart, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Julian Howdy, February 2nd, 2000.
You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, Class 4 felony. I did find probable causes to that offense. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yeah, it was February 5th, 8:30.
You're going to get the paperwork that'll have all that information, so make sure you keep up with your paperwork.
Okay.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Ms. McCart, can you please come into the courtroom? Now, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Donna McCart, 2/14/1990.
You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of aggravated assault on a police officer, a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of resisting arrest with physical force, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable causes to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. You will also have release conditions that I'm highlighting that you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that takes care of everything that we have to do here today. If you will please step to your left, the officer will give you the paperwork. Mr. Morris, if you will please come back into the courtroom. Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris, did you have an opportunity to review the paperwork?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? Out loud?
Yes,
I initially asked you, I advised you, I'm going to go over your rights again so we can be clear about how you want to proceed today.
Right.
You have the right to an extradition hearing. You are entitled to bond. Just so that you're aware that your secured appearance bond, if you choose not to waive your rights, your secured appearance bond is $10,000. Extradition requires a warrant to be signed by the governor here in Arizona and the governor for your tribe or community. You do have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense. You are not eligible for a court-appointed attorney because this is not a criminal matter. The process of having the 2 warrants, the 1 warrant signed by the 2 governors is a process that can take between 60 and 90 days. You do also, you do have the right to, you do have the option of waiving your rights and waiving an extradition hearing. If you choose to do that, you would not be eligible for bond. The community or tribe would have up to 30 days to come pick you up within 30 days, but only if you don't have any pending matters here, and you would not be released to the community or tribe until your matters here are resolved. So understanding that information, do you wish to waive your rights or do you choose not to waive your rights?
No, I choose to waive them.
You choose to waive them?
Right.
So if you're choosing to waive your rights as I ask questions, if you answer no to any of the questions, that means that you are not waiving your rights. Do you understand that?
Okay.
So did you read the extradition paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you do not have to sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have a right to an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand a governor's warrants be signed by both the governor here in Arizona and of your community or tribe?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to bail?
Yes.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
No, no, they haven't.
Okay. Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours?
No.
I find that you have knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver, and I will also be signing it. I am directing the Sheriff's Office to notify the requesting tribal community that you are ready to return. The requesting tribal community will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, the 30 days will not start until the conclusion of that case. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, I have to... Okay, I believe it's ready for him to...
Try to write it out more, it's just really sticky. Okay, then one more time, same way. Let me just make sure it actually took it all. I'll get your paperwork in just a moment.
And do we know why, can you tell me why Mr. Ward cannot participate in person? Okay. Matthew Ward, date of birth, April 23rd, 1999, is here for a violation of probation. He cannot participate in person because he is unable to function at this time. I did appoint an attorney to represent him. He will have a probation revocation, possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. He has a secured appearance bond. He has 3 matters. One of the bonds is $500. The other one is $1,000, and the last one is $1,000. So he has a total secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. He will be advised that he has 72 hours from the time of his release. I'll just look at it. He'll have 72 hours from the time of his release to report to probation. He will also be advised that if he fails to appear for his court date, any bond posted will be forfeited and another warrant will be issued for his arrest. I will be meeting with Mr. Ward. If any changes are needed, I will do so either on the record or in writing. This concludes the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar. We stand in recess until 11 p.m.